Okay. Ready? And hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all? Welcome back to the OS Rick project. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. I know I have. I just finished wrapping up a podcast with my good friend Viet. So hopefully, we're going to take it to post, make sure you get all the audio levels set, and then I'll be having it up and running sometime next week because I'm almost up. Okay, it was a good, nice, lengthy chat, you know, well over an hour. And I don't have enough time on my podcast platform to upload it without getting some more charges. So I was like, all right, additional financial charges. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to save that episode, release it in a week or two, and I'll just do one for tonight and it'll be done. Because I only have like 30 minutes left, guys, for this month. And then, so yeah, spoilers, warning, not spoilers. This one's gonna be a little short one. I'm probably gonna keep it around 29, 30 minutes, maybe even less, just to make sure everything's good, and then just wrap it up from there. Okay, so it might end abruptly, guys. You've been warned. Because this month I had a whole bunch of things to say because of all of the video game awards. No, not video game awards, but the Summer Game Fest, the Xbox Bethesda showcase, the Capcom showcase, the Square Enix Cap showcase. I think Ubisoft had one tonight. I think, not that I'm interested in Ubisoft games, and I don't know how you guys feel about that company, but me personally, I don't think I've ever played a Ubisoft game that I can recall. No, I know a lot of people like the Assassin's Creed. Yeah, Assassin's Creed. I know a lot of people like that, and I know when they kind of did, like, I want to say, like a change of strategy, maybe a reboot of the franchise, a refreshing of, so to speak, with Origins, where they made it more open world, and then they followed it with Odyssey, and then now we have Valhalla. And when I look at those games, you know, and I know I'm very critical, guys, and you probably know me by now. You know what I'm gonna say, but they just feel the same to me. These open world games, it just starting to be a played out genre. And look, you know me. If you like playing those games, if you enjoy putting your time into that and going around discovering and being told where to go and do quests, look, enjoy them. That's fine. But me personally, I just don't see the appeal. But Rick, you like Elden Ring? Yes, I do like Elden Ring, but I don't think you could really put those. The only thing they have tied in together is you can go and explore, and that's about it. Even Elden Ring, I would even like. I was talking to my friend Travis, like, that's not even the open world genre. And I thought about it. I'm like, it's not, dude. It's not an open world like in the sense of these other games. Because this one is just, here's a very minimal HUD, your weapon and stuff on the bottom, your souls on the other side, on the lower right, and then your weapons and items on your lower left, and that's it. The occasional, hey, acquire this item. It's not highlighted. It's not sparkling. It's not nothing. It's just, if you happen to walk by something, oh, you could pick it up. Dude, I've done that so many times in Elden Ring. I think, what's it called? Nuskala, whatever. The underground cities where they have a whole bunch of like silver tears just hanging around. And sometimes if you look at the floor, you actually pick up the silver tears, like crafting materials. I'm like, I thought that was just debris on the floor. I didn't know you could pick that up. I must have passed up several of them. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to need them for. I think like use them for like some sort of like perfumer's flask to like make you like a leaden body, kind of like in Mario 64. Remember that, guys? When you turn to metal, you can sink to the bottom. But yeah, when it comes to Ubisoft, I think I saw that they were having a presentation. I haven't seen it. I might skim over some of it, but even if I see something, it has to be very it has to be of noteworthy for me to like want to talk about it. And I doubt I'll see anything there unless it's something drastic, like they're changing the schedule on how they're going to release their games or something. I did watch the Nintendo Direct. Did you guys able to catch that? It came out Tuesday on the 28th. Basically from that, all I really gathered was that I wrote it down, right? All the games that they had coming out. Live Alive, that's one I want to play. It's from Square Enix. I think that one originally just came out like in Japan only. It's coming over here in the States pretty soon, so I'm excited for that one. I would want to play that one because I like that whole 2D HD sprite look. I think that's so awesome. They did such a good job with, I don't know, it was Team Asano, the guys who did Octopath Traveler and what's the recent one? Triangle Strategy. Those aesthetics, that 2D HD look, where it's kind of like still it looks like it's pixelated and sprited, but it's still 3D. Like that just looks wonderful to me, and for that reason alone, and because it's Alive, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one of those golden age JRPGs from way back when. Back when Square Enix was SquareSoft, and I think you know what games I'm talking about, guys. Like your Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, Vagrant Story, Xenogears, Parasite Eve. I think I forgot to mention that one the other day when I was talking about just old school, games from the PS1 era that were released from SquareSoft. Parasite Eve. You guys remember that one? That one was legit good. Like I had a blast with that one. Man, if you guys get a chance to play that one, if you're a JRPG fan from the 90s, you probably played that one and you're probably thinking, oh yeah, that one's a good one. Yeah, I enjoyed that one a lot. What else was back there that was good? I'm thinking, and I'm going blank, and I know there's many more other games that I'm just blanking on, and you guys could fill me in. But anyways, just at me. But yeah, looking at the Nintendo Direct, the only thing that really stood out that I would want to play, that I wouldn't want to play. They talked about and I don't know how you guys feel about this when it comes to Nintendo Switch. I haven't touched mine lately in a while, but that's because it's kind of, I have these seasons where it's a monsoon season. I get a game and I just really get into it and I just dump a whole bunch of hours. Recently, it was with Fire Emblem Three Houses. I mean, I got that game, and especially when I was on my April vacation, I just sank so many hours to that game. I just couldn't put it down. I just always wanted to, level up my characters and find new classes and get new items and try different things out, And then after I finished that, I put it down. I haven't came back to it, but and along the way, Nintendo has talked about. So I haven't touched my Switch in a while, and I'm itching to play it again. I want to play it, but when I hear stuff about Nintendo doing this cloud versions of games, how do you guys feel about that? I personally, and look, I haven't tried out any cloud version gaming on the Switch at all. So, okay, so just take this with a grain of salt, okay? But if you guys have any inputs or have suggestions or have, you have tried it out, please let me know. Tell me what you think, okay? But when I see that and, having to have a really good internet connection, a decent, does it have to be good or can it be decent? Does it have to be good or have to be decent? I'm not too sure. But you gotta make sure you're always connected. So you can't be on the go unless... No, you can't be on the go. You have to be here at the house or something. I just don't feel like that's the best thing for the Switch to handle. I don't think that's its strengths. I don't think that plays to its strengths when it comes to cloud gaming. Because look, as much as I've been like talking shit about freaking Kingdom Hearts, would I play the game? Yeah, on Switch. I don't think I'd want to play it on console. I think it'd be a perfect Switch game. But then they released it on a cloud version? Like, why? That doesn't make sense. I don't think the game is that graphically intensive where you have to have it. Like, you just can't make a digital... You can't make a digital version or physical, like a lip. We know Nintendo, they'll do that. They'll make a limited edition, limited run on the physical copies and then stop. And then just... Oh, God, do you guys... what was it? Was it... Super Mario 3D All-Stars? They made like a limited physical copy release. But, like I would play Kingdom Hearts. Like whatever they made. If they came out on the Switch and they had a collection, I would give it a shot. But it's just like, I don't know why they're not doing that. They want to put it on the cloud. where I got constantly have to have an internet connection. Like, what happens if my internet goes out, or I walk away too far from the freaking router or stuff, and just I don't know. I don't think that's optimal. And I know you could just buy the freaking, the PlayStation 4 has a collection. Like, I know, but I really think that would be an awesome Switch game, in my opinion. I mean, it could be okay on console, but something like that, these little games, like these these RPGs, I think they'll be perfect for Switch. So, honestly, at the end of this freaking direct, like the best news there was for me as a fan of Atlus's Persona series, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 4. What's Persona 4 Personal? The personal. I don't know what the P stands for. Persona 3 something are all coming out on the Switch eventually. So Royal's gonna be the first one coming out in October. So we kind of knew a little bit of this already from. Oops, I cannot do that. This is weird. Like if I touch like the cable on the mic, like it makes a little static. You guys might have heard it. It was weird. I don't know. It's odd. But I think I might have mentioned it already, or you guys might have seen it already. During the Xbox showcase, Microsoft Bethesda showcase, Phil Spencer's talking about they want to work more with Japanese developers, and I guess have more foothold in the Japanese market. So they have Atlus releasing their Persona series. Excuse me, guys. Some coffee. Releasing their Personas 3, 4, and 5 out on the Xbox. So I was like, cool, great. So you saw Atlus, they tweeted out, coming out for, Xbox, Steam, PlayStation and everything. That's awesome. But you didn't see Switch. So it wasn't until this direct where, Mono comes out and he talks about Persona 5 Royal come out, and then Teddy comes out and talks about, Persona 4 Golden coming out. Like, that is awesome. I'm excited. Look, you guys know me. I've already played Persona 5, the vanilla version, on the PlayStation. I loved it. I loved it so much. When the Persona 5 Royal Edition came out, I bought that and I played it. So I played the game already twice. And the second time I played it on Royal, I didn't even get to the third semester. Because apparently I missed out on some stuff. You're supposed to friend so-and-so, like 3 people, to max level confidant. And then you get the third semester. So I got to do that again. And perfect. Now it's coming on Switch. And then Persona 4 Golden also coming on Switch. Like, I know it's already been out on Steam for a while, and it's been like on my wish list. But again, I was like, that game would be so perfect for Switch. You just play 15, 20 minutes right before you go to bed, and awesome. I mean, because honestly, I especially like in my situation where I'm always like streaming this or playing that or having make time to, exercise and get my meals ready, and then who knows what time I get home from work, when I can have just 45 minutes, 30 minutes a night on my Switch before I go to bed just to play something. Like, yes, sign me up. I would definitely play Persona 4 Golden. I'll play all 3 of them actually, and I'll start with Royal since that's the first one coming out. So Persona 5 Royal, that's the first one to be released in October, and then we have Golden and PS and Persona 3 eventually to be released. So as long as we know they're coming somewhere down the road, I'm fine. I'm totally happy. I can't wait. I'm excited for it. So honestly, guys, looking back at the direct, that was the only thing that I was like excited for. I know previously they had a Xenogears, Xenoblade Chronicle demonstration, and I don't know how you guys are about Xenoblade, but I'm not a fan. I did play Xenogears back in the day from, again, from Squaresoft a long time ago. You play as, I think it was Faye, Cyan, Bart, Rico, and then you have it's a JRPG, and you enter your inputs and you do your commands and you attack, and then I want to say there was mechs in there. Yeah. And then you find out, oh my God, that was just... So anyways, I played that one, right? And then, fast forward a couple years later, I guess the guy who was working on that went to go do his own team and then made Xenosaga. So you see Chaos, Cosmos, a whole bunch of other characters, but this one's more like set, I guess, thousands of years in the future or in the past. I don't know how you look at it. So I played like the first 2, I think. I know I played the first one, maybe 2 and 3. And then after that, like, back in the PS2 days, and then I just never came back. So when I saw Xenoblade Chronicles 3, okay, like I don't, I have no interest. I'm sorry, guys. If you like, look, if you guys have something positive to say about that game, or something cool, please let me know. If it's worth playing, please let me know, and because I will give it a shot. But if it's not, I don't have that time to play. Like I recently picked up Tales of Arise, and I haven't been able to put attention on it because, well, it's a long game, and I've been playing some other stuff. I've been wrapping up Elden Ring, which I'll talk more about that in a little bit, and I've been playing DNF Duel, DNF Fighters, DNF Duel, DNF Fighters, one of those two. But anyways, guys, that game right there, DNF, I think it's Duel. Oh man, I'm gonna like hate myself for getting it wrong. But anyways, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So I've been playing that game lately, and I've only did like some of the the intro stuff, the trials, some of the basic combos, and just letting how the game works and the mechanics and stuff like that. And I was trying out Berserker, which is pretty cool. I like him, but the thing is, like, I gotta know how to utilize his range and space, and using his special magic point abilities. So it's not really like I tried a couple matches, I got handed. Fine, it's gonna happen. You first get into a fighting game, you start brand new. Guess what? Unless you're like a freaking prodigy and you're just really really good at fighting games, you're probably gonna get your butt handed to you a couple of times. And that's what happened to me. I got maybe 2 wins out of 10 matches. So not impressive at all. So I was like, you know what? Let me try another character. Let me try out Ranger. And Ranger, he looks super cool. So before I logged off last night, when I was doing some trials, I played a little bit of Ranger. I like his aesthetics. I like his moves. But I got to sit down and play more with him. And I plan on doing that tomorrow. So that's what I've been playing lately. DNF Duel. On top of Elden Ring. But as for fighting games, it's that. And I was like, generally, I wasn't excited about DNF Duel coming out. But the more and more it got closer to release date, and just talking to my buddy Johnny and just my other friends that play fighting games or in the know about fighting games, I was like, okay, this seems pretty cool, and just seeing more and more and more, and then okay, I look into the game, like they have like 16 characters on launch, it's gonna be base price at $49.99. I mean, all they're gonna be selling is the base version of the game, so you don't have to worry about having to purchase the super deluxe version or the advanced version, or having to buy character pass on day one, or having to buy costumes and outfits, or having to buy different color packs and stuff like that. None of that. Like, this is the base game. All that stuff will come down later. I'm totally fine with that. No problem, because like it must have started with Street Fighter 4 or 5. I think it was Street Fighter 5, where they started with, all right, here's a character pass, and here's CPT bundle, and here's a costume bundle. Well, Street Fighter 4 had costume bundles, but you could actually get them in a bundle. You could actually buy them all for everybody, and everybody got a costume, which was cool because they all got a freaking animal themed outfit, or a freaking summertime themed outfit, or a Halloween themed outfit, or a alternative career outfit where like Alfred is a chef or something like that, or I think like Poison is like an actress or something like that. But you were able to buy all the costumes for everybody, not like Street Fighter 5 where it's like Chun has 17 outfits. Like, why does she need 17? And then old boy Nakali got like 3. Yeah, 3. Like, what? And they're not even good. Okay, one of them. Okay, 2 of them are good. The one he looks like a samurai, and the one he looks like a freaking rock star. Those are awesome. The Wolfman one, that one's garbage, dude. That's no, thank you. I never played that one. Well, then the track outfit, that one's pretty cool. That's pretty tame though, because I think they plan on having Street Fighter 5 for the like Japanese Olympics, esports Olympics, and they wanted to have those outfits so they're well covered and respectable, because you look at some of Mika's outfits or Cammy's outfits and Bonita's outfit, Laura. You look some of them and it's like, okay, well, we put some clothes on these girls because they're a little out there. So yeah, with DNF Duel just being what it is, just coming out, just a base version of the game. Like, okay, I'm so in it, and I want to learn it. And the thing is, it's not like there's layers to this game where there's mechanics, and you got to know, there's if you want this to be some difficulty, that's there. Whether it's on the execution parts to do optimal combos, or if you just want to hang out with your friends and press buttons, you could get that also, which I like, because it's basically your strong attack, your medium, weak, medium, strong, which is kind of like special attacks, and then like your magic attacks, which it uses a resource bar which slowly fills up. So, and each, depending on which magic attack you use, has different costs. So if you do the shortcut input for your magic attacks, your resource bar takes a little bit longer to fill up. But if you do the technical input, that bar fills up faster, which I like. I like that a lot. And I first noticed it when they did that with Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. The game was coming out, and they're like, the game's gonna have shortcut inputs, and I was just like, what? How do you shortcut inputs? You just hit forward and the input button, the forward and special button, and that's it. You just get the fireball. Like, yeah, but it goes on cooldown. It's like, oh, so you just can't spam it. You have to be smart with that stuff. So I was like, okay, I like that. That's not a bad idea at all. And I'm glad that Arc System I gotta check if they're the developer and publisher. I think they're just the publisher. I think someone else is the developer. But I'm glad that they went with that direction. Like, hey, let's try out shortcuts and see how that works. Of course they did in Grand Blue, but to try it again and this kind of version of it, with having your resource either come back quickly or slowly depending on how you do the input, I like that. And the fact that it's just 1, 2, 3 your special buttons, that is awesome. Because and it's, from what I gathered, the game is a little bit out there right now. It's kind of just crazy, off the wall, not balanced. So be prepared for some like day one shenanigans. And of course, that's going to be like a lot of fighting games at first. When the first comes out, not everybody's familiar with all the characters, so you don't know what's real and what's fake. So you have to learn. Because I went up against a Crusader. Jesus Christ, this guy just put up walls and just kept dropping the hammer on me, dude. Just bammo, bammo. And I was talking to my friend in the house. He's like, look, dude, you just gotta learn how to dash block, get in his face, and he can't do nothing. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to unfinish coffee. I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. But I just got murked by that dude. So lots of things to learn, and I'm glad the game is that way, because I know I've said that like 500 times already, but not every game has to be freaking nice, fair, and balanced, and even, and everybody has a chance to win. Like, look, I'm not saying I don't want characters not to have a chance to win, but if something's just a little bit broken or just kind of crazy, why not just leave it in the game, let it rock, let's see what happens. If someone could find a strategy to get around it, or something could just adapt and just get around, or just fix it down the road or something, if it's really that much of a problem. But as long as everybody's trying out different characters, why not? Because I think that's fun to do everything in a different. It doesn't always have to be the same, because we already have Street Fighter, we already have Mortal Kombat, we already have Tekken, we already have these games that are established. We know what they're about, but let's try something different. And I think DNF Duel is doing that, and I like that a lot. So far, I'm having a blast, and the price was right. And I don't know how you guys feel about it, but fighting games, when they first come out, that's probably the best time to get into it. In my opinion, it really is, because you get to learn as a community, especially if you're in a very fortunate situation where I am, where you have friends that also play fighting games, where I could talk to my buddy Viet, or John, or Dirk, or Pete, or anybody that also plays fighting games, and I could talk to him and get just input and be like, hey, what do you think about this, or how should I do that, or hey, get on Discord and let's do some matches, or get online and let's do a lobby and stuff like that. So when you get a chance to have that, when it comes to fighting games, that's like worth its weight in gold, because it's so much fun, especially when King of Fighters 15 came out back in February. I was able to play with my buddy Trip, and we just had matches going back and forth. And again, just matches with my buddy Viet. And, he picked his team, I picked my team, and we just able to break it down. And we're like, man, what's if I play Robert at point, and this at anchor, and it's like, well, let's try it out. Let's see how that works. And we just sat there, dude, hours on end, just playing. And like, I never really played a King of Fighter games before. Like my best, anything I knew from King of Fighters was from whenever I played Capcom versus SNK CVS 2 way back in the day. So I kind of knew who some of these characters were, but I never knew how to like actually, how they actually function in their own game, because King of Fighters, it's a very, what I gather is just, it feels like a very jumpy game. You have to know when to do your long hops, short hops, your high low mix ups and stuff like that, and get in the game. So when you have someone to hang out with and chit chat and play with, it just makes it that much more better, because fighting games are hard, guys. And y'all might have heard me say this already, but fighting games are hard. If you have to, which character do you want? What's your play style? Who meshes with that? Okay. And then it becomes, how are you on executing, and then learning and learning and learning. Not only do you have to learn your character, but you guys got to learn your character against another character, and what's their, what are their advantages and disadvantages? Why are they plus? Why are they negative? What can you get away with? What's real? What's fake? And then not only that though, how are they being piloted by another character? So you just have to do all that. Meanwhile, they're throwing attacks at you, and you have to fight for your life and try to survive. There's something about fighting games that you can't get anywhere else, because you can win or lose and stuff like that, and that happens. And I like that, where especially like you're playing a game and you get thrown to the corner, and you have just a half a second to decide whether you're going to wake up DP, whether you're going to backdash, you're going to wake up jab, or what are you going to do? Wake up jump or something to get out of the situation. So, and that all has to happen within a half second, and then you got to be ready to go, and then play the game again, and then go back to neutral and reset and play the game all over again. So I get it, guys. There's not a lot of people that love fighting games. Right? Like a lot of people that like video games for sure, but when you ask them, hey, do you like fighting games? They're probably not going to be, on top of the list when it comes to the games that they play. They might say, oh yeah, I played a Mortal Kombat when I was a kid. That was cool, with a Ryu and stuff, and Scorpion. Yeah, that was cool. I like that game. No. I get it. Some of them are iconic. They might have played it when they were a kid, but to actually be good in fighting games, you have to put a lot of work and a lot of practice. And a lot of people don't want to do that. They rather just go somewhere, get in a lobby, queue up for the next, the next battle royale, drop in, die. Okay, get it back in, just play again. Fighting games, you have to invest. And then when it comes to a fighting game, hopefully you're investing in a good fighting game, because you don't want it to be like poor MBCI, where it's just kind of like, no one likes it. It's not popular in FGC. See ya. Or it's, like Unist, where it's kind of like, when I was talking to Viet about it, it's a Discord game. Hopefully you can find a Discord community that you could play with and hang out. But, it is what it is. But anyways, guys, I know this is abrupt. We're getting close to the cutoff time, so we're almost done. I know this is a short episode, but again, after this month, I'll have more lengthy episodes and well-timed better, so that way we won't have to worry about stuff like that, because like I said, there was just so much information, and I swear I'll be more elaborate with what I talk about. I know I was kind of everywhere. I went between the Nintendo Direct to Persona to fighting games. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a good time. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys. Peace out.